I've seen my best friend's junk.
Hello?
You know what I mean. Make her split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
Turn around.
I had a memory.
You talking about what happened recently?
With a pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to say?
It's fine.
He peed on me.
You peed on him?
Oh my God.
You're gonna have the most vulnerable conversation of your lives. So leave your masculinity at the door and let those feelings fly. The first prompt is, my best friend has bad taste in romantic partners. Make her split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Well, Alden's married.
Okay. Do you not like his wife?
She's fine.
She's fine.
I mean, I love Alden to bits, so obviously anyone he cares about, I care about a lot as well. But I think I wish they were more pleasant to be around together. I mean, part of it could just be like jealousy of like, taking Alden's attention away from me.
And do you know he feels this way?
Yeah.
If you're jealous of my partner because you don't have because they're taking the attention away from you sometimes, that's kind of a problem for me. For me, okay? It's a problem for me because I'm more so of my partner is my partner. I do things with my partner that I'm not going to do with my best friend. It's just a different vibe. It's just a different relationships. I have a different relationship with my best friend and I have a different relationship with my partner. It's not going to be the same. And my attention is going to go towards my partner more than my best friend sometimes. But I'm going to still make time for my best friend. Like, I'm not just going to go cold turkey and just, like, leave my best friend out to dry when I get in a relationship. No, I don't think people should do that either when they get in relationships. They literally, like, don't talk to their friends at all. I don't think that's right. But at the same time, it's balance. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to give you the same amount of attention I'm going to give my partner because it's two different relationships. And if you're jealous because of that, I'm gonna be like, okay, we're gonna need to talk and we're gonna see where this jealousy comes from. Like, does he not have a partner? You get what I'm saying? He must be single. Or he must, I'm not even gonna go there. We're gonna just continue. I was thinking something else, but I'm not even gonna say it. Let's get to it.
So after this, we're all gonna, like, me and her and Grant are gonna hang out. And she was like, I don't wanna hang out with Grant. I don't think he likes me.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, he likes you. He likes you. He's like, stop gaslighting. I know he likes me.
Actually, you know what? I think, you know what it is? I feel like Alden's very different when it's the three of us, or just like her influence on Alden, and I don't really like the direction.
What's he like when they're together?
Subservient.
Yeah,
Subservient.
I feel like Alden's more comfortable with toxicity now than he was before.
What's going on?
Alden, go ahead.
I only answered yes because Grant tweeted earlier, like, I choose women that are bad for me.
But like, there's more to it. Like, I'm attracted to things that are like bad for me, which is why I choose to date people I'm not attracted to. Does that make sense?
No.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Your best friend has bad taste in romantic partners?
It's not that he has bad taste. Just the guys he tries to get himself involved with. I'm like, but no, red flag, red flag, red flag. But he's just like, but he's so cute. And I'm like, no.
I mean, he's got a point. Like, he's had pretty successful relationships where if it's not going well, he can get himself out of it, where it's a little different for me. I think I like a little stuck.
All right. So, Michael, you say yes.
Well, yeah, I say yes because this man loves his goth alternative women. And I'm not saying all women who dress like that. I'm just saying the ones he's chosen have not been the kindest to him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna agree with him for the most part. The problem is I just find myself landing in the lap of these situations more, and I don't know how I get there.
It's like he's cursed. Let's just say that, yeah.
Would you say you're cursed?
Maybe.
Trevor, he's really, really religious, and he'll be like, look what I found. This is really cool girl. Then I see her bio, it's like 666, like hail Satan. I'm like, bro, that's not gonna work out. Like,
he don't know red flags when he see them. What his friend is saying is he don't know the red flags when he sees them, or he just has like you said, he just has bad taste in women. He don't identify like, oh, she has 666 in her bio. Maybe I should not pursue because I'm religious. You get what I'm saying? So
I feel like he chooses what he kind of like feels. Like I feel like he'll tell me these things and I'm just kind of like, this is a huge red flag. Like do not like stop talking to this person. And then he'll go back to him and then just proceed to do the complete opposite of what I told him.
Yeah, to like a certain point, yeah, I think he's like pretty right. I personally like his girlfriend a lot. I mean, he's only dated like one person, so I feel like it's kind of.
Wait, are you in a relationship right now?
No, more like situationship type
Okay.
of thing. That's typically what I tend to like be in most of the time.
The next prompt is, I've seen my best friend's junk.
hello?
You know what I mean? Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
Turn around.
Which time? Like,
Oh.
Okay, well, can
Oh my
I
God.
preface something, which is just that when you're young, you think it's really funny, but then you learn that some things are not okay. That's sexual assault. And I would never do that now that I'm not a teenager. But when you're younger, you think, oh, this is gonna be really funny, make the boys laugh.
Oh, now you've had a realization.
Okay, so with the ball sack, I had this like pair of jeans with a hole in it, and I'd be
What's
like,
going on?
oh, did I sit in some gum?
Yeah.
Hello?
And then you'd like take out your ball sack.
And what was the other one? It was like the bat wing.
Yeah.
So you take their balls and you open it up. You gotta ask him later.
Yeah, I do the same shit. I still do it to this day.
well, you said
I
like-
just enhanced it. I just digitalized. Yeah. So
Why?
we'll be in a game, we'll be playing games, and I'm like, hey, check your phone.
You said him dick pics?
Like, people think it's funny. We think that it's still funny.
Yeah,
Like,
it's still funny to me.
I try not to judge as much as possible. I really do. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's like censored it.
You came to Yes later. So what was that about?
Oh, I had a memory.
You talking about what happened recently?
It was a pillow.
Yeah,
Yeah, do you want me to say?
it's fine.
He peed on me.
You peed on him?
Oh my God!
I crashed at his place.
And I was nice enough to give him my bed.
This guy
and I
has a twin
slept on the
size
floor.
bed. He's 36
Shut up,
years
shut up,
old
shut up,
and
shut
he
up.
has a twin size bed.
Yes, I have a twin size bed.
So I got his bed. He was sleeping on the floor, and I guess in the middle of the night, I just stood up, pulled it out,
I thought that he was spilling a drink.
and just
until-
started peeing right next to him. And he sees me with my thing out, pissing right on his pillow, and he didn't wake me up. He didn't do anything. Apparently, I put it back, went back to bed.
Oh, it was like sleep peeing, sleepwalking. Question for
Oh,
everybody.
wow.
Do y'all know who has the bigger dick?
Hello?
he's very proud of it.
Oh my God.
And he makes up.
See, these two right here, that guy is probably in love with his best friend. I'm gonna just call it out there. I'm gonna just call it like I see it. I'm getting a feeling here. I'm getting a feeling that he likes his best friend more than he claims to. I get a feeling that he is actually really it's probably in love with him or just really strongly like his best friend, and it's showing a lot. It's showing a lot. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, okay? But that's what I'm getting. That's just what I'm getting. Am I the only one that's getting this? Because I know I'm not crazy. It's just a vibe that I'm getting from him. It's okay. Let's move on.
I don't know what Grant's packing. I'm thinking 10 inches. The other day, I was in the stall next to him, and I was like, oh, is there a snake on the floor?
I think he does.
No,
I think
he
look at
does.
this man.
Yeah. What is that supposed to mean? I'm not gonna say I think I have the bigger. I think he does, but
He's always been so shy about it.
Who's got bigger dick energy?
Probably me.
You?
Yeah.
You might have the smaller dick then. Usually it's like a compensation. I feel comfortable crying in front of my best friend. Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
I mean, it's your best friend. I hope so.
For the most part, we're yes, but Trevor, you say no.
yeah. So if there was anyone I was going to cry in front of, he'd probably be one of the few people I could. The problem is that like I've always had a real hard time showing emotion in front of people, just the way I've grown up, and I have this bad problem. I feel like I'm burdening people.
Yeah, I mean, I'll cry right now in front of the camera. I don't care who I cry in front of. With Trevor, most of our conversations happen through online, like through like a voice chat or something. So we're never like face to face really when we're talking like that. But yeah, he doesn't really share a lot or get really emotional in front of anybody.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty open with my feelings. This guy doesn't cry as much, I think.
I don't think I've ever
I
cried
don't
in
think
front
I
of you.
remember you ever crying in front of me, but I know he would if he needed to.
I haven't.
I'm
a tough cookie.
He is. He doesn't like to show his emotions.
For both of you, do you sometimes wish that your best friend would be more emotional with you?
You want to see me cry? Is that what you
I think for him, it's just like, I wish he would, just because for me, it helps. For me, it helps me when I'm feeling that way. And I feel like for him, it would help to just kind of let everything out.
Grant, Alden.
Well, I don't think either of us cry that much. Not because like we're like too like macho or whatever. Well, my dad used to do this thing where he would yell at me when I was practicing violin, and then he yelled at me more if I started crying. So I got like really good at like not crying, and I haven't been able to cry since.
Yeah.
And I think that's just like, I would totally cry for you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know the last time I cried in general.
Exactly. That's
so.
what I was like. I think maybe like either when my cousin died or
Oh yeah. I haven't cried since like 5th grade, I think.
Which is crazy because he's like so sad. He's like one of the saddest guys I know.
Dude, I wish I would cry. Crying, I've heard, like feels so good.
For the criers, does crying feel good?
Yeah.
Fixes everything.
Yeah, if you let it out.
The next prompt is, we've had sex or been in love with the same person.
Oh,
Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
these questions are crazy. Yes.
This is interesting. So you're standing on yes, but you're standing on no.
Well, we like the same person in high school.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, but
I'm
like,
talking about high school. I'm talking
love
about
is
Maria.
a very strong
Love
word.
is a
okay?
strong, but you when you're in high school, love is
Yeah,
anything.
and like,
you love a Pop-Tart.
no, I did like her, you know, and then Alden dated her, and they had a beautiful relationship. Now we hate her now. She made Alden sad.
We don't hate her. We don't hate her. No, she's lovely.
Oh, he doesn't hate her.
It was
I hate her.
It was a high school relationship.
Grant, how did that make you feel when Alden got together with the girl that you liked?
Obviously you know, ran it past me beforehand. And like, to a certain extent, it's like, I'm always happy for you and I want the best for you, right? Sometimes like things that, like your successes sometimes kind of make me feel bad about myself and like where I am at in my life. And not so much right now. But I think back then, Alden had a very, you know, great high school experience and I did not, you know? And this was just like one attribute of like many different attributes.
Has anyone else ever, you know, liked the same person, kissed the same person?
There was one fight I think that was really, I mean, there was a guy that I was attracted to, and Oren ended up
I was
hooking up
being
with
shady
him.
and
I know it wasn't even his type of man.
not
That's why
at
I was
all.
just like really surprised that he would even do that. And
Oh, wow.
so it was,
Really?
we stopped talking for a little bit.
But the rift that it caused our relationship, I was like, never again.
I've had a harder life than my best friend.
Oh, wow.
Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1. So Michael, you say yes, you've had a
Yeah,
harder life.
I don't like saying ever that anybody has a tougher life than anybody else. Everybody has their own struggles. But I think textbook wise, I would say yes, just because I had my mom pass away like 3 years ago. Also, my parents were immigrants, but I don't discount any of the troubles that he's gone through or anything like that.
I would agree with him, yeah.
But Grant, you say yes.
Obviously, you've had a lot of hardship as well, but I think just like I kind of inherited a lot more, you know, interracial trauma. I was like very suicidal in like high school and like in college, and Alden didn't, you know, he's pretty happy, I would say, on a regular basis, and that's great for you.
Alden, you want to respond?
Yeah, no, I mean, we're in agreement of this. I think, yeah, so we had really different upbringings, and I think his was a lot harder. And it was really tough seeing what he had to go through as a kid.
I'm surprised with Jeremy why he would think that my life was harder than his.
I don't think it's harder. I think we have similar lives. I mean, I hate to say this, but I think we both come from like, you know, a little bit
money,
privileged
yeah.
family. And Oren, I think, had a little harder. I hope you're okay with me sharing this.
Yeah,
but
okay.
like, you know, I was ratted out when I was 16 from my sister that I was gay. So it was a lot easier for me growing up with my family. They were very accepted of me. Where Oren was kind of, I think, less than 10 years ago, he finally came out, and it was a little bit, you know, I think his family's a little bit more conservative.
Do you want to speak on, you know, your experience coming out to your family?
So basically, my sister kind of outed me to my family when I was about 16 years old. I used her laptop and it saved my AOL Instant Messenger chat messages with my boyfriend, and then I denied it and I said I was just kidding and that it was just playful, but that was the reaction that I got that was like guttural from my family, and they were like, absolutely not, hysterical emotions and crying and tears, and my son can't be gay, and I was like, oh God, Jesus, no. So I was like, no, okay, I'll just stay closeted, and I'm like, boom. And then it was kind of like, maybe I can live my life in secrecy and have this double life. Up until the point that my dad got into an argument with my sister and then brought up that on top of all this that you're dealing with, your brother is living a homosexual lifestyle. And I was like, all right, well.
It was a good ending in the end, even though it was very difficult.
Yeah, it wouldn't have, the times have changed, for sure. Like, you didn't want to be gay in high school, and I was in high school.
I kind of agree with that, too. Because, I wasn't saying that we had, like, harder lives or anything, but I feel like there's an aspect of my life that he didn't have to deal with, which was, like, I'm bi, so, like, he did not have to go through that, like, internal struggle with himself of, like, is my family gonna accept me, or, like, what are my friends gonna think? I had, like, an internal struggle even just with him, like, coming out to him. He's actually the first person I told. So I ended up just telling him, and maybe he was going through, like, something personal, but he kind of went, like, a little ghost on me. So it did kind of hurt in the moment, but I mean, he told me later that he had like personal things going on, but I didn't know that. So from hindsight, you know, I'm just kind of like, oh, I just came out to you, and then you kind of just, I don't know, we didn't feel as close for a bit. But.
No. I could have handled him coming out a lot better because I feel like he went through like a lot of struggles because I feel like we both come from very like conservative, like macho like Mexican parents. But I wish I would have been there and been able to talk to him a little bit more thoroughly and kind of put in that extra effort. I don't know, that a best friend should.
The next prompt is, my best friend has saved my life. Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
I think everybody gonna step on yes. Yeah, most people, see?
Wow. So, Grant, you say Alden has saved your life.
Yeah, 100%. The summer approaching like senior year in college, I had like a very big mental breakdown, you know, starving myself, just like in my room all day. And like I really just wanted to like die all the time. And yeah, the first time like anyone like ever like just like reached out to me was like it was on July 14th, which is like Bastille Day. And like Alden kind of just like texted me, and we lit fireworks in his backyard. And then I had like a lot of cuts on my arms back then. So and he saw them, and he was like, oh yeah, like, you know, what's going wrong? And then we had this like really nice drive. We just kind of like drove around the neighborhood we grew up in for like hours, and then just like talked about shit. And then we watched Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, all three. Like, it was truly just the one moment where I was like I actually like needed someone to like care that I exist, and then you did. If it wasn't for then, like I don't know like where my life would have gone. I don't even know if I'd be alive by now. And it was truly one of those things where it's just like this is the single most important thing that like ever happened to me, and nothing ever comes close since then.
Wow. And have you told Alden this?
Not really. We kind of just like.
I was wondering when you stepped on the yes. I was like, what are you thinking about right now?
Yeah.
Well, Alden, what does this mean to you?
I mean, I love Grant, and I would do anything for Grant, and this feeling's mutual. Like I knew he was hurting, and I remember seeing the marks, and I remember like, but it's, you know, and it was very. I remember thinking like, oh God, my friend is hurting. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I mean, it's also like, but it's the thing. When I hit Grant up to hang out, I wasn't thinking, oh.
You weren't thinking, I'm going to save his life.
I want to save Grant's life. I was thinking, I want to see my best friend. You know, let's get something together. Let's light some fireworks in my backyard and post some pictures on the Instagram so all the girls see. And so, and they did see. So,
so Oren, Jeremy has saved your life?
This got deep.
He, like, even though I called myself a tough cookie, he has managed to be there for me, knowing exactly what to do in all the right moments, like, without me having to tell him what I needed. It's gonna be actually really hard for me to talk about without cracking. But yeah, he's...
You can cry. Let it out. Let it out.
Yeah, in my worst fallouts and just loss with my mom, and
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry. Jesus Christ.
he's just there.
Hold on.
My best friend has a toxic personality trait. Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
Hesitant. Ooh, truth hurts.
All right, everybody, go ahead and turn around.
Everybody said yes, except one.
Michael over here with 0 personality traits. Give me one of these.
We're both really stubborn. Very, very stubborn.
You know,
Yes,
I'll give him that.
if you're in a debate with him, he will always circle back to what he thinks is right. But like, I think you should have went to yes, because I'm also very stubborn.
But you didn't go to yes.
The reason I didn't go to yes is because when I think bad about like something he may be doing, I usually, it's silly, kind of fault it as my own. Like I kind of think I'm just being judgmental, right? So, but you know, I'll agree with him.
Grant, what's Alden's toxic personality trait?
So there are 3 that come to mind.
Okay.
First, I think Alden is like way too kind.
You take that back.
Like he's very trusting, and he always gives people the benefit of the doubt. And I think you should be more distrustful in general. 2, I think your apartment is like filthy. It's so dirty. And we lived together in college, so.
Way to call him out.
Lastly, I think Alden should spend more money. He like maxes out his 401k, which is great in theory, but like we might not even be alive when we're like 59 and ready to like pull it out. So like, what's the point in doing that, right? That's just my hot take.
Jesus, I thought I was judgmental.
Like Grant's always been very judgmental, but not in a bad way, just part of his beautiful personality.
Is that the toxic
No,
trait?
it's not a toxic
No, that's
trait.
not the one we're talking about.
I don't think that's a toxic trait. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think any of those things are toxic traits. I think I'm proud of the way I am.
Yeah, no,
and
and I
Grant
get
hates
that.
that. That's
Yeah.
my toxic trait. Grant's toxic traits are the ones that are just hurting him, and like that, you know, like I don't think they're bad or anything. I just think like, you know, lock himself in his apartment and like be like willingly be depressed and like kind of like create this feedback loop of depression and being really sad. And you know, you enjoy it in some capacity, and I understand that. But it's like I think it is like by definition pretty unhealthy.
You enjoy it?
He enjoys
what?
being sad.
Dude, being sad is so nice. Like, it's just like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I feel like this is
I
something
don't
like
think
I
I've
have to,
ever
like,
heard that before.
That's what I'm saying.
Please elaborate.
It's a toxic trait. It's like not.
it's
not
like
bad. It's
beautiful. I don't know how to put it. It's just like when you're sad and you're just like looking longingly into like the city and you're like sipping tea and writing something. It's so beautiful. You know what I mean? And
You're blowing
kinda
my
get it.
mind. So when you're happy, are you sad that you're not happy? I mean, that you're.
Well, there's-
I can't even.
I listen to music depending on my mood, okay? But sometimes I listen to sad songs and stuff like that has nothing to do with how I'm feeling right now. I just love the sadness of it. I love the vulnerability of it. So I kind of get what he's saying. Like, I get what he's saying when he says I love being sad. It's like saying I love listening to sad music and being sad, because if you listen to sad music, you're going to feel those emotions, even if you're not even going through that right now, if you're not even feeling like that, but you're listening to a song because you just want to listen to the song. It can kind of get you in a different type of mood. That's how music is. So I understand where he's coming from, because I kind of like sad songs and shit like that. I get it.
you lose a lot when you're happy. For example, I feel like people lose their ability to create art when they're happy. I don't know, maybe I go too far in like the other end of things.
I
and just like
totally agree
pursuing
with that.
sadness for sadness sake, but
There's something that I haven't said enough to my best friend lately that I want to say now.
Ooh,
Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, go ahead and turn around. Love it. You know, let's start with you, Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm not the best, I guess, at showing emotions a lot of the time. I don't know. I feel like I didn't never tell him how much I really appreciate him, and like just having him around and just kind of having someone that I know I can count to.
I mean, I tell him all the time, so I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm like, love you, man. Like, you're such a good guy.
Grant.
I miss you. I know, like, this is like the first time that we've been like significantly apart from each other, like since growing up. And I miss your kindness. You know, I think being around you really restores my faith in humanity, makes me more trusting. And I think being away from you makes me more cynical. And that I do miss you.
I mean, it's, you know, I take every opportunity I can to just, you know, I love you, Grant. You're my best friend. Best Biffle buddies for life.
Jeremy.
You know, I think you already know this, just how much I care about you, and I appreciate you allowing me to open up and not being judged for who I am. I really appreciate that. And I still hate you for going to Taylor Swift Eras Tour without me, but besides
dead.
that, we're good.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, like, I'm not that much of an emotional person outwardly, but when I meet him, he's always there. So just, if you don't already know it, you know I love you to death, and
Feelings mutual.
yeah.
Trevor.
Yeah, there's a lot of aspects where like I've struggled with like health stuff, and in a situation where a lot of people assume the worst, he's taking the time out of his day to make sure things are cool and to not assume the worst and actually be there to help me out. And he's a pretty caring guy. You know, it's hard to find people like him, and it's hard to find people who are ride or die like him. He's a genuine guy, and I definitely don't tell him enough.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Same here. I mean, I do tell him all the time. Like the last time I told him was like on Christmas, so that's been too long for me. So yeah, I appreciate him. I love him so much. It's so awesome to have like a best friend that you can have so many differences with, but also just at the end of the day be able to be like, okay, we'll put all that aside. All of that's so stupid. We're still really good friends at the end of the day. Doesn't matter. It's nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna give you a hard challenge here for a lot of us guys, but
Go ahead
can
and
each of us just, look our best friend in the eye and just say, I love you.
I love you, Christian, bro. I really do.
I love you too, Manny.
I love you.
I love you too, Grant.
Love you, Jeremy.
I love you, Lauren.
Love you, man. Oh, no, see what he did? Same
So we're on the same page, man.
Same frequency.
I think we're kind of good.
Male relationships in general, they're told and they're told all of their life that they can't have emotion. They can't, do certain things or say certain things because it looks, a little side eye or whatever, which I always thought was stupid. They never show emotion. They never show, because they were taught not to show emotion. You get what I'm saying? Because if they showed emotion, it makes them soft. And that's why I'm all for men showing emotion. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if this doesn't sit well with you. Let me know that this hurt your feelings. Let me know how you feel about me or how you feel about the situation. Let me know those things. So I think that this was a good video to bring awareness to men actually being more open and being more emotional, and people actually not making it out to be so weird. That toxic masculinity, you get what I'm saying? It's good to be masculine, but toxic masculinity is still around. It's still alive today. And I believe that this was a good video to kind of break those walls down, Now, some of the stuff that they was talking about when it comes to the being sent, it's still like, I don't know about that, I know everybody else have their, sense of humor and stuff like that, but I'm not sending my naked pictures to my best friend. I'm just not doing that. But that's me. But I'm not sending my naked pictures or anything and hee hee ha ha, look at that. I'm not doing that. Okay, that's one thing I'm like, okay now. Okay. But everybody have their different sense of humor. So I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. But this was a great video. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Kinetics with the fucking plug.